Hello and welcome back to These Blind Eyes 6580. Today I'm going to be making some chicken tacos, and I actually make my own seasoning up instead of the packaged stuff. Something I just decided I wanted to do at one point in time, and so I messed with it till I got it. So the things that I have in it, I have quite a bit of seasoning in it. But I figure if I'm taking the time to mix it all up, put some in a sealable container to use at a later date. So that makes it necessary to use a wet hand, dry hand technique, kind of like frying chicken. Touch the chicken only with one hand, touch the seasoning with the other. The seasoning, I have 3 tablespoons of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of cumin, I got 1 tablespoon of paprika, 1 tablespoon of garlic, and then salt and black pepper to taste. And then I mixed it up pretty well. And like I said, it makes more seasoning what I'm going to need here for these 5 chicken breasts. They're not the biggest chicken breast either, so. But wet hand, dry hand technique. Cover the chicken breast with it. I make sure it's covered pretty good, but I do not cake it. You know, there's no sense in making it thick. I am using a beat up cookie sheet for cooking it because I broil. That's B-R-O-I-L. My chicken. It sears the outside, seals the juices in, and so far I have not found a better method for good juicy tacos. So right now I am just making sure I get everything covered like I want it. And the thing is it's better to go light with the seasoning than heavy. I've done it so many times I just know how much I want. But it's one of those situations to where when they're done and you get it cut up, you can always add more seasoning and toss it. So now with the size that these are and the way my personal oven works, everyone's different. And that's another thing. Even though I broil it, I still put this in the main oven chamber. I don't put it down below in the broiler. And I also don't use a broil pan, obviously, because I said I was using a cookie sheet. So I got my chicken breast covered. It shouldn't take much more, if any more, for the size of these chicken breasts than 8 minutes on each side. That's another reason why I like this technique, is it's quick. Gets it done quick, and it's juicy. So I'm going to get this in the oven, and I'll be back in 8 minutes. Okay, I'm just now getting ready to get the chicken breast out and flip them. Been about 8 minutes. Touch over. My oven's kind of on its last leg. Word of warning, you want to use a beat up cookie sheet because the extreme heat will make it bow. Alrighty, and another word of warning, the seasoning that I use for my chicken is different than what I use for my beef. This has too much garlic for beef. They have different absorption rates, and beef will absorb flavor much more than what chicken does. So I've got all the breasts flipped. Some of these little ones are pretty little, so I'm checking them now. They're not quite done yet, so I'm going to put it back in for another 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, I'm back, and it's been another 8 minutes. I'm going to take the chicken out and check it. You hear that puppy sizzle? All right, now, if you cannot see and you're worried about your chicken, you need to, for those friends of mine who can't see like me, I use the push test, kind of like you do with a steak to see how done a steak is. Do a push test on it, and you'll be able to, should be able to tell. Now the first couple times, you may have to have somebody who can see to be there to help you out and make sure that it's done. When you're cutting chicken open to tell if it is done, the one thing that you do, or the rule to go by, and I was taught this by a buddy who went through culinary school, if it bleeds clear, you're good to go. If it's white, it needs longer. Alright, this chicken's all done. So now I'm gonna enjoy them. So it's an easy and quick way to make some chicken tacos, and I like this seasoning better than the stuff you buy at the store, the way I mixed it up. I'll go over it again real quick. It is 3 tablespoons of chili powder, a tablespoon of cumin, a tablespoon of paprika, a tablespoon of garlic, and then it is salt and pepper it to your own tastes. And like I said, wet hand, dry hand technique, because you're going to have quite a bit left over. So you'll be able to make them again later on. So, hope you enjoy the video. If you like it and think other people will, share it. Got any questions for me directly? You can either comment or feel free to email me at littlemb6580@gmail.com. That is LITTLE, M as in Mike, B as in Bravo, 6580 @gmail.com. Until next time.